I actually remember when I was 8 years old and we were living in my uncle's house, and my stepfather, my mom, and my sister and my brother. At the time there were three of us, and my mom woke up early in the morning and she went to her brother's house. It was coming to the Christmas season, so she went to her brother's house, which is my uncle Candy, to get some cushions because he used to work with a company where you can get the cushion for the chairs. And I was sleeping in the living room. It was 2 bedroom, but how I end up sleeping out there, my mom used the chairs to make a separation, and I sleep behind there. And I think my sister and my brother were in the other room, and my mom and my stepdad were in the other room. So my mom woke up early that morning to go to a place called Bukumen to get those sponge for the chair. My stepfather was home. I was still sleeping, and during my sleep I felt like someone was pulling down my underwear. So being alert, I woke up. When I opened my eyes, I saw my stepfather, and I usually call him Daddy. And my response to him was, "Daddy, what are you doing?" And his reply to me was, "I want to see if you have hair." And I said, "That is not right." The said time he used to travel with a van, a yellow van that was driven by Trevor O'Garo, and that name of the van was called Trevor the Lion. Same time the van came and he blew, because he traveled with the van, so when the driver don't see him, he stop at the gate and he blew. And when the guy blew the horn, he went, and his response to me was, "Don't say anything to your mom." Being a child, I was scared, and I knew wrong from right a bit, but I don't understand the circumstances or what's gonna happen if I said something, so I kept silence. My mom came back, I didn't say anything. From that moving forward, I was the enemy of my stepfather. Anything that my other siblings do, he will beat me. One day he beat me so bad that every lash, or every lick as we say back home, leave marks and scars on my skin. So there was this lady by the name of Patsy Alexander, God bless her, and she liked me as a kid growing up. And she came from Canada at the time, and I used to go to her house all the time. So that time when she came, she sent to call me. And I went up there, but I had fever and I was walking with a limp, sort of, because the cuts on my skin, it gives me fever, and he beats me with a leather belt. So there was like cuts open. So when she saw me, she asked me, "What happened to you?" And I said, Daddy beat me, because I used to call him Dad, because he came into our lives when my dad went to prison. And my mom, according to her, she had me and my sister. I was 3 and my sister was 2, and she needed help as a young mother. And she met him because he had a good job and he was providing for her while my father was in prison. So when Miss Patsy saw all these on my skin, she said, "Oh no, why did your mom allow this man to do this to you?" I started crying, and I said, "I don't know, but one day I will get big and I will get older." And she said, "I want to talk to your mom." And when I went home, I told my mom that, Miss Patsy want to talk to you. She went up there. Sorry guys, it's a kind of emotional. She went up there and Miss Patsy told her, "You cannot have this man do this to your daughter. She's your eldest, and he's not the father. And if she do something, you can scold her. But at the same time, this is child abuse, and if this was in Canada, he will go to prison." My mom came home and she sorry guys. My mom came home and she told him never to put your hands on my daughter again, which he never did. But mind you, There was little and no love in the house for me because my mom was relying on this guy for everything. So everything wrong in the house was me, me, me. Even I felt no love from my own mother. I love my mom, don't get me wrong. I never go to bed hungry. I never go naked. She sent me to preschool, primary school, and high school, yes, because my father wasn't present. But the love was not there for me. For some reason, I tried my best to do everything right. As a child growing up, I clean, I cook, I wash. At the age of 10, I used to go to the river with the tote on my head to watch my stepfather working clothes. And it was a choice that I made because I felt like I didn't have any love from them. So I felt like if I do these things, they will recognize me, but it go unnoticeable. And it continues and continues until he did the same thing to my sister that follows me. And I didn't know. I noticed that my sister went to my aunt to stay. And I said to mommy, why did Suda went to Auntie Neomai? She's like, oh, she likes to go up there. And nobody never tell me anything what went wrong. But when I started high school and my mom went back to my grandmother's house to live where my auntie Neomai was living downstairs and my mom was living upstairs along with my cousin Ali. He died, may his soul rest in peace. Also to my auntie Neomai. And my sister used to be downstairs, which is Suda, because she left a long time to go live with my auntie for the said reason, which I didn't know then. And she was downstairs. So my mom has my little brother Kim, and she and my stepfather was staying in one bedroom with my little baby brother, and I was sleeping outside in the living room. Sometimes my little brother used to come to sleep with me too. So one night, the time I was around 13, 14, I was sleeping, and we never have inside toilet or washroom or shower. So you have to go outside to do whatever it is in the night. So while I was sleeping, I felt that my pants being pulled down in my sleep, like literally pulled down. And I opened my eyes and I said, Daddy, what are you doing? And his reply to me was, if you sleep with me, I will give you money when I come from Musty because you're going to secondary school and you're gonna need the money. The time my mom is in the room sleeping, I sit up and I didn't say anything. In the morning when I woke up, because my mom, to me, she didn't love me and she didn't listen to me at all. So in the morning when I woke up, I went to my cousin Ali and I told him what happened. And I went downstairs to Auntie Neomai. I also told her, and I told a couple neighbors what happened because they're aware, because they were all saying that your mom never loved you. Why they say it, I don't know. But I didn't get that love. My mom never said, I love you. One day to me, maybe when I was a baby, when I didn't understand. And in the night, after telling them, my cousin says to me, you can stay in the room where me and my girlfriend stays. So I went and sleep in the room with Ali and Kilon. And in the morning when I wake up, my mom didn't ask me did thou or when. She put a slap in my face and her exact words is, oh, you want to see what man and woman are doing, that's why you sleep there. And I get brave and I point my finger and I said, you mommy, you need to ask daddy where he do, why me do that. And my auntie Neomai opened her mouth and she was talking and telling my mom what I tell her. Guys, and it continues from there. This is episode 1 of a part of my abuse growing up as a child. Stay tuned for more as my journey in life continues. I've been through it all, but with God by my side, a wonderful husband, my children, and I never give up hope. I always pray. And today I'm a living testimony. But I'm going to take you guys with me on the journey to where it starts and where I am today, to let you know that never give up hope, because there is always light at the end of the tunnel. Stay tuned for more. The journey of my life. I love you. God bless you, and have yourself a wonderful day.